we're here to talk about some writing. I want to talk about writing. So let's talk about some writing. Let's talk about the writing. Now that I'm here, I don't know what to talk about. In my last writing talk video, it was just before Camp April, I believe, so that would have been filmed in March. So it's been a little while. I've gone through a few hair colors, been a couple of seasons, and you know, is Camp NaNoWriMo, they didn't go so well for me. You know, sometimes Camp NaNoWriMos just don't go so well. Sometimes NaNoWriMos don't go so well. You know, I don't know why. I feel bad because I feel bad when I film and when I edit the filming, because I know that it seems like a lot of YouTubers, writing YouTubers and whatnot, they have so much like pep and energy, and then there's me, and I'm tired. They like smile while they talk. I've noticed a lot of booktubers, they talk like this, they smile as they talk, and I'm not capable of that. It kind of hurts my cheekbones a little bit. Like I'm just used to talking like a normal person, I guess. Writing, we're talking about writing. I don't know what I just did or why I did it. It just happens, which is a good metaphor for writing. I don't know why it happened. It just did. So NaNoWriMo is next month. That's why I'm finally here before you. Also, I have a camera now, which will help me when I vlog for NaNoWriMo. I'll probably do weekly vlogs. Like I was thinking about doing daily vlogs, but you know what? I don't think I have the strength to do daily vlogs. I don't think. Especially since, you know, I got so much shit to do. Feels like I got school, I got work, and even though I don't do very good at either, I feel like they take up a good chunk of time. I'm not getting up to let you in or out. Who's crying? Last we spoke about writing, I was going to work on a new middle grade that I called the Glass Wand for Camp April, and I did write a lot on that. I don't actually know how much I did. It wasn't as much as I should have probably, but for that I had used what I call the Caddy-tastic 3-block 9-act. No. Yeah, 9-act. Nope. 3-act, 9-block, 27-chapter structure, her structure, to plot that and outline it, which, you know, I had a whole 8-page outline, which for me so much. If you're Christina Poland Bananas books, apparently that isn't, because she writes 100-page outlines. Probably a reason one of us is a published author and one of us is not. I think I have her book right here. There it is. So I had been plotting that, and I wrote some on it. I used Scrivener. I would consider one of my works in progress. For NaNoWriMo and for the rest of the year, I have 3 projects that I'm working on, essentially. One is continuing the first draft of the Glass Wand. The next is another former Camp NaNoWriMo project called Shadow Sword, which I don't know if I've ever talked about on here, but it's like a... What are you doing, Cookie? It was kind of leaning towards new adult, but it is probably more... I'm trying to make it more young adult. It's like on the verge. The characters are like 18. Fantasy book, which I started in Camp April 2017, I think, and I am on my 3rd rewrite of it. The first draft of it, the first version of it, 1.0, Shadow Sword 1.0, was about 70,000 words. It had an ending, it had a middle, it had a beginning. It was garbage. Hated it. So I restarted it and I got about maybe 17,000 words into it. And now I'm undertaking a larger rewrite where I've changed some characters, some names, and some plot lines. Like some have stayed the same pretty much throughout the 3 tries, but some have changed. Excuse me, Beanie. So that is one of the projects that I'm undertaking. I'm going to outline it. I want to have the outline done by the end of the year. But neither of those is my main NaNoWriMo project for this year, because it's me. So of course I'm starting something new for NaNoWriMo. And this year, you may recall, or you may see, that I spun a wheel last year to decide my NaNoWriMo novel. Oh my god. excuse me. And that is still also a work in project, but I'm not working on it right now because I don't want to. But my new thing, my new NaNoWriMo, I spun a wheel off camera for this. Well, I was on camera, but I was on Skype with a friend, so it doesn't really count as on camera now, does it? And for it, I used characters that I had created previously for role-playing purposes, which sounds really nerdy, but here I am making a video on the internet about writing, so I guess role-playing is not that much nerdier than that. So I spun a wheel to choose 3 characters of mine to make my POV characters, and then I chose some supporting characters from my pool of characters, and then I chose, I think, I had like 100, I had 50 TV tropes and 50 keywords that I just come up with my dumbass brain, and I chose 10 of each. No, I didn't. I chose 5 of each. No, I didn't. I chose 10 of each, didn't I? I think I chose 5 of each, and no, I can't remember what they are. I will put them right here so you can see what exactly I'm working with this NaNoWriMo. Says, you know, I'm gonna wait a second because I think there's a lot. I don't know why I'm leaning all the way over here. I just am. I didn't want to write on my face. I don't like writing on my face, so I figure I'll just get out of the frame for the moment. There's what I'm working with, this NaNoWriMo. And I would call the work in project, I'm just calling it NaNoWriMo 2019. 2013. That was a while ago. Or Garbage Fire, because I don't know how this is gonna go. Really, it's kind of a little bit, I've turned it into a bit of a dystopia, and it's gonna be something for sure. So I'm working on the outline for that right now during October, and I want to have that finished by Halloween. That way I can go into NaNoWriMo with it, you know, all ready to go. So that's what I'm working on right now. That Garbage Fire of mine. Like, why work on a Garbage Fire, Megan? I don't know. 'Cause I can. It might turn out really good. I don't know. You can't ask me because I haven't written it yet. It might turn out really good. Might not. Since the last time I made a writing video, and since Camp April, I would say, I've done not a lot of writing. Nearly 0 amount of writing. Just none. Why write when I can not do that? Something I've started doing is playing The Sims, Sims 4, because I got that for like cheap or free at some point. It was cheap or free, I can't remember when. Like last year or earlier this year, I don't remember. But it runs a little glitchy on my laptop, but does that stop me? No. And I created a household for my 2019 characters, and since creating that, I've moved a couple out. Some have aged, they've had children that they will not have in the book, but you know, it's kind of interesting. But I also created a couple of households from my Glass Wand book because they can fit in that world too, and they're interesting to watch. Also given me some interesting ideas, actually, surprisingly. I also created myself and my roommates, which was a big mistake because my roommates are like 67 and 70 years old, so I made them elders, right? And elders in The Sims 4, they die after like so many sim days. They just die. So my roommates are dead in The Sims now. Like, I even built, like, I tried to make our house look like our house. You know, it was a whole lot. And now they did. So I don't know, maybe I should recreate them as children. I don't know what to do. I gave them names. I named myself Megan Trouble instead of Megan Trimble. There are no cats in The Sims because I don't have the cats and dogs expansion. I want to get that, or maybe if it goes on sale or is like real cheap at some point, because I don't know if it would let me make 21 cats, but that's how many cats I live with. So, you know, I would like to create my pets, you know, like my dog. I love my dog. But yeah, hopefully I will not want to play Sims when it's NaNoWriMo time, because when it's NaNoWriMo time, we have to actually write the NaNoWriMo project. What are you doing, Beanie? So my goal for NaNoWriMo is, of course, you know, the 50,000 words. My goal for the rest of the year is to finish writing the first draft of the glass wand. Maybe it get decently into my third rewrite of Shadow Sword, and write my trash fire, my garbage fire, NaNoWriMo. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great time. So that's okay. Well, I got cut off because my the SD card is full, which makes sense because it's only 16 gigabytes. So I really need to transfer the giant one from my phone that is 128 gigabytes to this camera because I'm gonna need the space on here more than I'm gonna need it on my phone. So